Okay, guys, so it is Sunday the 17th at 5:30 p.m. Three 16.2 pounds. Okay, guys, so here's a physique update. What I currently look like. Beginning of week 2, end of week 1. Hey guys, the end of week 1, and I am down 13.6 pounds. Current weight 316.2 pounds. So that's a lot of weight to lose in a week, and it's actually not even an entire week. I'm always going to be upfront with you guys about my shortcomings and the things that I do well throughout this fitness or diet transformation. Last Sunday I weighed in and I still drank some beers throughout the day. I had some food items that were not part of the diet. So basically the diet started for me Monday morning. So I was a little disappointed that I didn't weigh in and then immediately start, doing things the right way. But I was still highly motivated. So Monday through Friday, everything went really well. My diet was on point as far as keeping carbohydrates like under 30 grams net carbs. Most of the time it was under, say 20. I am going to be dropping my carbohydrates closer to 0 for this week and going forward. I'm eliminating vegetables almost pretty much entirely. Maybe on the rare occasion I'll throw some asparagus or mushrooms in with my food. But I'm going to focus on animal products going forward. Last week I did, and then Saturday. So Saturday was the day to eat whatever within moderation. I think I kept food pretty much in check, although I did eat till like pretty much midnight last night. I stayed up way too late till like 3 in the morning, indulging in some beers. So one thing about keto or carnivore is that your tolerance for alcohol goes way down. So, and you also get the worst hangovers. So today I went to bed at like 3 a.m. I woke up around 7:30, felt horrible, chugged a bunch of water, ate a couple pickles for the salt, and then went back to bed, got up and started getting around noon, 12:30. We had some family over, so I had to do some lunch and that sort of thing, and that's why this video's kind of been pushed back later in the day. Although, other than a couple slices of bacon I snuck in for brunch, I am still fasting, so I guess legitimately not fasting. I guess my 2 slices of bacon probably in most people's books would eliminate that as a fast. But it is what it is. I'm human. So my next meal will be tomorrow, probably around like 2 p.m., Monday, 2 p.m., something like that. That's just a guess. I give myself an 8-hour window for eating, doing the 16 and 8 intermittent fasting. I'm trying to fast all day on Sundays. This Sunday just wasn't feasible. I needed a little something in my stomach, and so I ate a couple pickles early in the morning. I ate a couple slices of bacon around noon. I'm sitting here cooking all this food for everybody. I don't know, I just couldn't help myself. Let's see. So overall diet compliance, I'm impressed with myself. I didn't drink a drop of anything all week long. Saturday, I wish I would have drank a little less. And maybe cut off my food earlier. Like I said, I was eating like noodles at midnight, like, last bit of carbs. So I'm still obviously, craving these things to the point where it's not super easy to just, give it up. And I'm not trying to give it up on Saturdays. I just want to kind of feel like I'm in a little more control. Overall calories were probably in the neighborhood of 3,000 calories, maybe 3,500 for the day yesterday, which I'm fine with that. Being a pretty big person, I probably maintain myself at 3,500 calories, I would imagine. I don't know for sure. I haven't tried to figure it out. Last week I mentioned I would go over like supplementation and what supplements I take, and these supplements are not necessarily things I just started taking for this program. This is stuff I just take all the time, and like most health supplements, they give you like 1,000,001 reasons why they're amazing for you. I'm just going to go over why I take the stuff that I do, and take it for what it is. But if you look up all of these supplements, they're going to give you like 10 reasons why you should take it. And that goes for every supplement out there. So you have to find which ones are you deficient in, which ones make sense for you, and then try it out, see if it does anything positive. So one thing I did forget to bring down here is the Himalayan sea salt. I salt everything when I eat keto or carnivore. You need to keep your sodium intake up. The diet itself is naturally diuretic. A good chunk of the weight that I lost last week was water weight, probably at least 6 to 10 pounds, maybe even as high as 10 pounds. But for every 1 gram of carb you're consuming, your body's going to retain about 3 grams of water. So 1,000 carbs in a day means you're retaining at least like 6.5 pounds of water. So just something to think about as far as trying to figure out, wow, how did he lose so much weight so fast? A lot of water weight there. Going forward next week and the following weeks, I'm expecting to see more like 6-7 pounds weight loss. It could be a little more than that. Still early in the diet. Okay, but as far as supplementation goes, I buy a lot of my stuff from PuritansPride.com, and I have for many years. I think they just carry quality products. And I get their buy 2, get 3 free sales. It's the only time I shop there. I have started buying some of my supplements straight from Costco because they also have killer sales on their stuff, and they carry quality products as well. So, and I didn't bring a protein supplement down here. Lately, it's been Optimum Nutrition. What do they call it? Whey protein, but it's the not hydrolyzed, I don't know, whatever it is. Can't think of it right now, but it's not the concentrate, it's not the hydrolyzed, it's like whatever, isolate, whey protein isolate, there we go. So if I do take a protein shake, it's the whey protein isolate from Optimum Nutrition. It doesn't seem to bother my stomach at all. It's easily digestible. People will argue if it's optimal. I try to eat whole foods when possible, but if I'm short on protein for the day and I don't have an appetite, I take a shake. So anyway, I do their strongest, Puritan's Pride's strongest fish oil supplement. I do that for the omega-3s, for the heart health. I naturally have low HDL cholesterol. I have since I was a teenager. So even when I was in physically good shape, I still had low HDL cholesterol. So this is just something that's something I'm doing to try to increase that good, healthy cholesterol. I know there's a lot of confusion about cholesterol, but having a higher HDL cholesterol is never a bad thing. So I'm trying to make mine higher. So I take four of these a day, okay? I take the ubiquinol that I buy from Costco. This is good for your heart. It's good for insulin resistance. It's good for managing blood sugar. There's lots of other things it's good for. Basically, my doctor told me it's a good idea to take for heart health, so I do it. Vitamin D. This is Puritan's Pride, but I've also taken other brands, reputable brands as well. Just do your research on brands and pick one that you think you're comfortable with. There's a lot of them out there that are decent. You just have to do your homework. This is 2,000 IUs. I take 2 a day, 4,000 IUs, which is like about the maximum recommended dose without consulting your physician. I get lab work done every 6 months, so I know that my vitamin D levels are good with that dose. So that puts me like middle of the road on the test. So The danger with going higher is that you start increasing calcium levels in your blood, and I've actually experienced that taking 5,000 IUs a day. It took many years to actually happen, but you don't necessarily want high calcium in your blood. So that brings me on to K2 MK7. This MENAQ right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, MENAQ 7, that is the only brand or studied version of K2 MK7 that has been proven to be effective in decalcifying our arteries, basically coronary arteries. So I take this, and if you take D3, you should take this. I take this at a dose of, I think, 360 micrograms, maybe. Yes, 360. I take 2. Basically, I double up on this. And that's a studied dose. But look that up if you're interested. MENAQ 7. That's the one to go with. And this is also Costco brand. I used to buy this through Puritan's Pride. Costco, with their sales they have every few months, it's actually comparable, and it's always in stock. So magnesium malate. There's lots of different forms of magnesium. Go with whatever one that you have available to you. Try to avoid oxide. It's really poorly absorbed. So I ordered this on Amazon. That's how I started taking this over oxide. Puritan's Pride only carries oxide. Costco only carries oxide. So I chose to go with malate. It's highly absorbable. It's good for a ton of things. Blood pressure was my motivator for it. It relaxes your blood vessels, allowing your blood pressure to drop. It's good for just tons of stuff. I mean, magnesium does a ton of things. Almost everybody's deficient because our soils are deficient in it. We don't typically get high sources of magnesium foods in our diet on a regular basis. It's also good to relax yourself. It relaxes muscle tissue, so it's nice to take at night. One other thing is I separate all my vitamins I take during the day, because some of these things are fat soluble, so I want to take them with a meal. All my minerals I take at night before bed. So I take my magnesium before bed. I take zinc before bed. Zinc is great for your immune system. Does a ton of other stuff. It's great specifically for men. I don't want to get graphic, but seminal fluids are made of a lot of zinc. So you can boost up your volume by taking zinc. So anyway, good for your immune system, good for your pea shooter. Vitamin C, I take one of these a day. Just a good antioxidant. I don't know 100% that you need to. If I skip it, I'm not worried about it. But I usually double up on zinc and vitamin C when I start feeling like a cold is coming on. It's like the optimal time to take it, right? It's both great for your immune system. I started taking this turmeric supplement that I picked up at Costco. It's supposed to be great for inflammation of the body. A lot of things I do in lifestyle in general is inflammatory. So I don't know if this helps or not. I can't necessarily, speak of anything that it's done for me at this point, and I've been taking it for like 3 months, but I bought like a year's supply, so it may or may not be doing anything. One thing I can just kind of to backpedal here, this D3, when I found out I was deficient in vitamin D, I was extremely deficient. I live in the Midwest, so we don't get a ton of sun, and I don't absorb it very well. So once I started supplementing this, I saw a huge improvement in overall well-being and mood. So if you have mood disorders or issues, try it out. It may be the best thing you ever did. A B complex, I can kind of take this or leave it. I don't take it necessarily every day. If I take it, I take it. If I don't, I don't. It's good for energy. There are some potential drawbacks to it. All of this stuff is in hundreds or thousands of times the RDA because it's probably poorly absorbed and water soluble, so they're not worried about you taking too much. But like I say, it's probably not something I need to take. And if I was going to start ditching vitamins, I'd start there. I take milk thistle every day, 3 of these. The focus on this is kind of garbage. So milk thistle, I take 3 of these a day, and I take them all at one time. This is good for your liver. Obviously, I have an interest in drinking beers, so it also has some protective effects on your liver. So good deal. If you're allergic to ragweed, which I am, maybe start out by taking 1 because it's in the ragweed family. So if you're going to have a reaction, you might want to minimize what could happen. So I have a ragweed allergy, and I take 3 of them, which is the daily dose, and I'm good. And last but not least, boron, 3 milligrams. I take 3 of these a day. Boron is another trace mineral that's depleted from most of our soils. This does a lot of stuff if you look it up, but the purpose that I take this for is it lowers your sex hormone binding globulin, which increases your free testosterone, which for a guy, especially a guy like my age, 40, this is good for, bumping up your libido, ability to build muscle. Basically, free testosterone is what matters most, and this will raise your free testosterone to some degree. Probably everybody's different. I know it works for me, so that's what I take it for. And that's it for supplements, guys. It's a lot, I know. And like I said, I've been taking all these all along. The only thing missing from the bunch is the Himalayan sea salt. When you're on this diet, you have to eat a lot of salt. It's not optional. You'll feel like crap. You'll have muscle cramps. Your energy will be garbage. Like, you have to consume like 5 to 7 grams of sodium a day. So that's pretty much it for right now. This is going on for quite a while. I don't want anybody to get super bored and just bail on me here, but if you made it to the end of the video, awesome. We'll have another update next week. This past week, I did 0 exercise. I still have an issue with my hands, so I'm not lifting anything. But I could have gone on walks. I just didn't. Okay, so just losing even that 13 pounds, I feel better. I feel just better overall. I'm sleeping better. Everything's better. So I am going to try to put in more effort to get out at least once a day, go for a nice 2-mile walk, and start doing some kind of exercise that I can do that won't bother my hand, so I can start getting more movement in. That'll help with losing weight as well. And I'd like to retain what muscle I do have, so when I get down to my goal weight, I'm not a beanpole. So anyway, that's it for this week, guys. Stay tuned till next Sunday for the next update. We'll do another weigh-in, another physique check, and if I think of anything I want to share about the diet or how it, basically went for the week, I'll be sharing it at that point. And that's it, guys. Take care. Stay tuned for more content. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps out. Thanks.